Happy Friday. It is Friday, the 16th day of July, the 30th episode of the Be Your Own Hero Show. I'm your host, Sekou. Hero is an acronym. It means helping everyone reaps optimism. In other words, helping you helps other people. Concept of this show is I am doing the work, doing my best to be my own hero. And as I go through that journey, I'll be sharing stories about my journey. And hopefully those stories will be of benefit to you. So thanks for being here. Happy that you're here. And let's get into it. So this is Flashback Friday, rolling with the themes. And that's where I kind of sum up the whole week. So on Monday, on Motivation Monday, the question of the day was, can you stand the rain? Can you stand the rain? I had gone jogging. I had done a 5K in a torrential downpour. And I introduced you guys to the concept of the Oh Really Man. And as I've been thinking about that guy, have you seen those Mayhem commercials? I've been thinking about that guy, the guy who's in the Mayhem commercials that's always messing something up. That's the guy who I picture when I think of the Oh Really Man. And that concept, once again, is you decide to do something and the Mayhem guy shows up like, oh, really? Oh, really? That's what you're going to do? You're going to get healthy and start a new diet? Oh, really? We got a live one, guys. We got a live one, you know? So that's what I think of. So when you decide to change your life and change your life for the better, you should anticipate the Oh Really guy is going to show up and visualize the Mayhem guy just to give you a visual reference. And if you do that the way I do, it will gamify it. Gamify it is a word that means you make a game out of it. And so you won't feel as bothered when the Oh Really guy shows up, when challenges show up, when hardship shows up to keep you from your goal. You'll just push through. You'll just push through. You say, no, you're not going to stop me, Oh Really Man. I got you. So anyway, so that was Monday. That was Motivation Monday. And on Tip Tuesday, the question of the day was, what does your inner child think about money? What does your inner child think about money? I quoted this book, The Psychology of Money. And basically it postulates that psychology, even though it should be, that money, even though it should be about math, is much more about psychology. It has everything to do with how we were raised and what was going on in our money environment when we were a child, when we were in our formative years. So if you haven't thought about that, and who does? Who's thought about that? Regress yourself, think back to your early days of childhood and think about what the lessons of money you learned were from your parents, from your social circle, from the environment where you were raised in a recession, for example. And you want to think about those formative years, those first 7 years of your life, because the attitudes created about money in those first 7 years will affect you for the rest of your life, if you don't address them head on. It's wild. I've done a little bit of reading about neuroscience, and those formative years are very impactful. So especially about deep core stuff like money. So what does your inner child think about money? Figure that out. In the meantime, check out my podcast. I mentioned that I created a podcast called Get Rich 101 during like kind of mid-pandemic. And it was an idea that came out of nowhere. And I fought it for quite a bit. There it is. There it is, Get Rich 101. I fought it, but ultimately I gave into it. And it's been really instructive. I was reading a book called The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. It was written in 1910. And the information is really rock solid. It's not what you expect. But as I read the book and as I've read other books, I see that the fundamental truths are ubiquitous. They're everywhere. Everyone's writing about these same truths. So anyway, the podcast is free. It's available on all the podcasting platforms. It is called Get Rich 101. Listen to me read this book called The Science of Getting Rich. You will not be sorry. Again, it has been streamed in 27 different countries. Like, it's really picking up all over the place. People are really interested in this work, and I can't take credit for it. All I'm doing is kind of updating the language for today. All right, so check that out, Get Rich 101. So that was Tip Tuesday. And then on Workout Wednesday, the question was, who are you surrounding yourself with? And I talked about how I joined this group called Black Men Run, and I didn't even realize it's as big as it is. It's a massive group, and it has inspired me to do more. Because even when they're doing things that I feel like I can't do, it inspires me to do a little bit more than I would do. And so, and even when I'm not physically with them, when I just see their posts on Facebook, it inspires me to do a little more and a little more. And, you know, I don't think, I am certain that I would not have progressed as far as I have without being involved in that group. Because you don't push yourself the same. Generally speaking, there's a rare person who can push themselves as hard as, let's say, a personal trainer would push them. So being in a group of like-minded people who are pushing themselves will inspire you to do more. And the lesson from that day was join a group. Even on Facebook, even on social media, there are in other groups besides Facebook, there are other ways to join groups. But just join something. And even if you just lurk and watch the posts, constantly seeing posts about people doing more, people like you that are doing more will inspire you to do more. I promise you. So join a group. And that was Workout Wednesday. So on Tally Thursday, I tallied everything up for the Hero Ministry. I'm embracing it now, the Hero Ministry. So there was lots to add up. So I won't recap everything, but really quickly on the Hero Socks. I got my show and tell, the Hero Socks. We've got 8 sold, and we've got 12 Joy Socks sold. So I would like to match that up. Let's be matchy-matchy, but let's have 12 Hero Socks and 12 to match the 12 Joy Socks. So we need 4 more Hero Socks sold. Nowish, like now, between now and tomorrow. Let's say today's Friday, by Monday latest. So 4 Hero Socks sold over the weekend. And yesterday, was that yesterday? Yes, yesterday in terms of the tally, I also mentioned that I had 5 dollar a mile sponsors for my Sekou 30-day challenge. I'm going to keep the name the same. I'm starting to confuse myself. So the Sekou 30-day challenge, I have 5 dollar a mile sponsors. And I asked for 1 more. I asked for 6. And guess what? I got 6. So as of last night, I'm at 6. I reached that goal. So we're going further. So we got 6. Let's push to 10. So that's 4 more dollar a mile sponsors and 4 more socks sold. So it's a 4-4 weekend. That's Obama. Obama's number was 44. So it's a 44 weekend, 4 and 4 weekend. Anyway, so 4 more socks, 4 more dollar a mile sponsors. Just as a reminder, the dollar a mile sponsors, what's happening is people are pledging $1 a mile for the miles that I accumulate during the month of July. And they'll make a donation to me. I will make a donation to the 6 entities that I have been working with since the beginning of the Hero Ministry. So that list is Project Love Strong. You've heard a lot about Project Love Strong. And Jay White, the founder of Project Love Strong, will be on Living Life in Joy this Sunday with Rev Melissa. Make sure to catch that. So Project Love Strong, In God's Hand, Unhoused, St. Louis, that's 3. New Directions, which is a women's shelter in Louisville, that's 4. Old Path and Hospitality Hub are 2 women's shelters in Memphis. So that's 6. So what I wanted was 6 sponsors for each of the 6 nonprofits. But we've already got 6 sponsors now, so let's go for 10 so that we can at least give each of those 6 entities $100. That would be great. So we're already theoretically at 450 because Mom made a donation, Reverend Melissa made a donation from the proceeds of the sock sales, and theoretically I'm tracking for about 50 miles right now, 50 miles for the month of July, and I've got 6 sponsors, so about $50 per person for 6 people. So we're tracking at about $450 right now, depending upon me, because I'm tracking for 50 miles, but my goal is 65, because my first month, June, I ran 62 miles, 62.2. So I really like to beat that. So I really like to get to 65 miles. I got half a month to do it. I got a slow start, but I got half a month. I haven't given up on myself. I'm gonna try to get to 65. So anyway, that said, we're looking for more dollar a mile sponsors so that we can get at least $100 to each of those 6 entities. Boom. So that was Tally Thursday. I added on, obviously. I added on to Tally Thursday. And yeah, today's Friday, Flashback Friday, summarizing all that information. And just really excited about the fact that my personal challenge to exercise myself, to push myself for the month of June has turned into a charity run in the month of July. I mean, who could predict that? Who could predict that? So I'm curious to see what will happen next. And I'm excited to be doing this work and excited to be in service to others. So I think that's it. I ran through it quickly. There is no question of the day for today, so I'm going to read this quote that I read this morning. This is from a book of quotes that I have from Buddha. And this one is really short, but really powerful. Only one book is worth reading. The heart. Ooh, that's dope, right? Only one book is worth reading. The heart. All right, so read your heart. Over the weekend, remember the questions. Can you stand the rain? In other words, push past the mayhem. Oh, really, man? Surround yourself with people that bring you higher. Figure out what your inner child is thinking about money. Check out my podcast. We need 4 more socks sold and 4 more $1 sponsors. And there we go. So join me back here at 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern, where I will be producing Sip with Rev Melissa. And check me out back here for my show, Be Your Own Hero Show, on Monday at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. Till then, keep doing. Be a hero. Be your own hero. And remember, most important, that now is better than perfect. Later.